On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. In the morning, we're going to kick it off with an update surrounding the missing teen presently on your screen, identified as Zaina Shah. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, states that the girl who have been missing was found, and she has been missing for a little over a week. And in the process, they cracked what they describe as a kidnapping ring. And they stated also that this may be linked to a religious cult. The police report suggests that the missing teen was found hidden under a bed in Yuatan, St. Catherine. According to the police, the girl's aunt is the alleged mastermind of the operation. The aunt is presently on your screen identified as Donna May. The aunt, along with another woman and a man believed to be a pastor, are now in the custody of the police and are being questioned. 2 other minors was also taken from the premises. So now we're going to hear from Deputy Superintendent of Police, Susan Bruce, who is head of the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division, that's the NSAD, who stated that the police began their investigation on Monday, April 7th, after a 13-year-old was reported missing to the Clarendon police. Now we're going to hear from her as she weighs in on this situation. Now listen.
The matter later escalated to a case of kidnapping, and the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division of CETA commenced an investigation. Following a series of inquiries, on Tuesday, April 15th, the child was found hidden under a bed within a premises in Yuatan, St. Catherine. This property was occupied by her aunt, who is believed to be the mastermind, and another female and 2 minor children. Both females and a male believed to be a pastor are now being questioned. Investigators are looking into the possibility that this case is linked to a religious cult operating at the location. We are aware that some heartless individuals try to take advantage of the child's mother for money after this story became public. We are investigating these actions and are determined to bring those responsible to justice. I want to urge everyone to remember that during difficult times like these, it is crucial to be compassionate and avoid any actions that could further harm those already suffering.
So right there and then, my peeps, another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Yeah man. Now the next thing that we're gonna talk about, my peeps, in the come, get some more work for do. The police them ClapWeh another old dirty corner boy. But before we get into the story, who remember last November when some Knockist and Clappist, some old dirty corner boy, went on a rampage and slap up 4 men right at the spot, right there so. Right off Waltham Park Road, right there so. The man them made bust like jelly. Them deal with the man them a certain type of way. Well, a one of the alleged Knockist and Clappist were carry out the knockings and clappings there. The police them dirt in the wee hours of this morning. So the criminal element was fatally taken out by the police at a residence located at 1 Content Avenue, that's off Waltham Park Road in the St. Andrews South Police Division early this morning, that a Wednesday morning. Now, residents stated that the police entered the house and allegedly removed the now deceased man from the premises, and shortly after, bacon start clap. The residents stated that the police quickly whisked the man away in their motor vehicle. They also identified the man as 23-year-old Shaqcol Punall. It is stated that he is a forklift operator employed at Crystal Industries in Kingston. It is said that Punall is the 96th person to be taken out by the police since the start of the year. But the police version of the altercation was totally different. The police stated that they went to that particular location in search of wanted criminal elements and illegal weapons, and upon entering the premises at 1 Content Avenue off Waltham Park Road, a lone can start whistle off at them in their direction. So in a bit to save their lives and also to protect the general public, they took evasive action, take cover and return fire in the direction where the fire was coming from. The police stated that after the smoke was clear and the battle had been won, they found the now deceased man spread out like a sheet, no longer among the land of the living. And in a bit to save his life, they rushed with him to the nearby Kingston Public Hospital, where of course he was officially pronounced you know what. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely be giving you a more comprehensive report subsequently. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, where this man, who is said to be a resident of Clarendon, was found lifeless after a verbal turn physical altercation in St. James. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now on your screen, the now deceased man has since been identified as 34-year-old Warren Anthony Matthews, said to be originally from Racecourse in Clarendon. He had been living in a one-bedroom house in Barrettown Police area in the St. James Police Division for some time now. So reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that the victim was involved in a verbal turn physical altercation. It is said that it was indeed a heated dispute earlier in the week with a man said to be 55 years old. The conflict reportedly stemmed from disagreements involving a woman and money. Sometime around 12:55 p.m. on April 12th, residents discovered the lifeless body of this man lying face down behind his home in a pool of red substance leaking from all over the body. Investigators noted signs of a struggle inside the residence, including blood splatters. It is said that Matthews sustained multiple injuries, including a neck wound and a large gash to the left side of his chest. He was pronounced you know what at the scene. The 55-year-old suspect, aware that he was being sought by the police, later surrendered himself and remains in the custody of the police. It seems as if we can't work out our differences without physical, violent altercations. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. And still in the St. James Police Division, and knockings and clappings go on at a section in a Friendship Close right there, so a Rosdale in St. James, where a man identified as Moses Rodney, but known in the streets as Chap, get can up. Fim canning go on Tuesday, April 4th. So information reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that is a bunch of old dirty kind boy having them cas. And I saw Moses Rodney, otherwise known as Chap, get can up. Yeah, man. So what go on now is that Chap was targeted and labeled as a police informant. He was threatened by another criminal element identified as Romain Reed, but them call him Tip God in our streets, and also his criminal accomplice Andino Joseph, but them call him Taros in our streets. So Tip God and Taros are both aligned to the notorious 641 gang. So what go on now, them two there was arrested for the knockings and clappings of a man identified as Orlando Demar Kelly, but them call him Cash Money. So Cash Money get caught up on December 19th of 2024 in a Cornwall courts in St. James. Now the criminal element known as Romain Reed, aka Tip God, was offered bail and expressed that he was betrayed by the man we get caught up. We are talking about Chap. And it is also stated that Kelly, that is Orlando Demar Kelly, aka Cash Money, is also a member of their rival. We are talking about the G6 gang. Additionally, as I stated earlier, the criminal element we get caught up, known as Moses Rodney, otherwise known as Chap, is a known scammer. So you know, say, reprisal most definitely is a must. Yeah, man, the knockings and clappings, my peeps, continues. Now we have a list of criminal elements for who have been deemed by the police as wanted. So we have 5 criminal elements listed. Now the first one presently on your screen has since been identified as Jomo Brown, and he's wanted for possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. So this brother here walk up and down with an illegal chops, and the police, them need it. He frequents Jarrett Street in Montego Bay, St. James. The next criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Dante Evanor, but them call him Dangles in our streets. Little youth, and he's wanted for assault at common law and wounding with intent. Not common assault, assault at common law. Both are different. So assault at common law is when the old dirty corner boy rock and pop off him chops and point it in your direction. That is it. So the next criminal element presently on your screen identified as Nigel Williams, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Romain, is wanted for a wounding with intent. He frequents Backroad. He frequents Moko District, which is also in the St. James Police Division. Now the next criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Marcel Nation. Now this criminal element is a whole rapist. So he's wanted for 4 different counts of hold on and take. He frequents Barrett Oval in Montego Bay, St. James. The last criminal element presently on your screen, them say Rasta man must mix up in a bangarang, but boy, Rasta find himself on the Babylon wanted list. Now on your screen is Western Quest, and he's wanted for a wounding with intent. He frequents the Flower Hill district over there in Hanover. Now the police are saying that they seek these criminal elements who have been deemed wanted by them. So any one of you out there, regular members of Chan Public, who have any information surrounding the whereabouts of any one of these men or any other that has been listed on this platform or like-minded members platform, please alert the police. And as always, if you don't trust the police, link on the Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger. Give us the information and we will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.